So I had this major problem with parents that, they're raising their kids, they're coming of age, that sort of thing, but they don't allow their kids either the access to art of any sort, anything, doesn't matter, music, movies, anything, or they judge the crap out of everything that they actually pay attention to, like it's going to be some terrible thing for their child. Like if your kid's some bully or something, I can understand why you'd want to suddenly go, hey, alright, no more fucking gangster rap for you, you little fuck. Like, I get it, I can totally understand that. Here's me as a child, like I was 16, and basically I listened to Marilyn Manson. I thought black was the coolest thing ever. This is my life. This is who I was. This is what I did, Beautiful. It's so beautiful. So I listened to Marilyn Manson. Metallica was my favorite band of all time. I got down with some edgy shit. It wasn't exactly, like, chaotic and crazy. Walking into high school, most people just saw me as this, like, quiet, timid little piece of shit nobody. Because my brother was so big. He was so big in school. He was so well adjusted, or at least he thought he was. His head so far up his ass in this time of life. But he thought he was the shit, and he was. Look at my friends over here, by the way. There's some geese. Look at these guys. I couldn't compete with that. So I just shut down. I put walls everywhere. So my outlet essentially was music. Now, you take some kid's music from him, like you break his freaking CDs and stuff. Yeah, it's sort of smutty. Who cares? Like, it's art. It's art, okay? If you basically take their one passion, right, and you just say, fuck you, you're gonna wreck them. You're gonna wreck them as people. The issue I had with this is that my parents basically looked at me and said, fuck your music. But my brother, who's listening to fucking gangster rap, is just totally okay, fine. Because, popping caps and motherfuckers and doing drugs and fucking hookers and shit, that's totally fine. That's great. Go ahead. You're good. But no, not you, Tommy. You can't fucking listen to Marilyn Manson. I'm gonna break your CD and wreck that shit. Because they just didn't understand. It wasn't about the music itself. It wasn't about the product. It was a mixture of emotions that I had to, like, release in some way. That in some way it was like me exploring the world as best I can. This is me with my music when I was in high school right now. This is what I was doing. Just walking, enjoying it, kind of nice. Everything is kind of cool. It's kind of nice. It's fine. But it's like, to take this from somebody else and just say, hey, you can't have this anymore. This essentially is like this is the most well-adjusted time of my life, where things are at my greatest. I'm loving this. Oh, watch these guys fly over, by the way. This is so cool. Like, to take actual life and just, nope, you can't have that. You can't do this anymore. Well, now what? Now you have to turn on yourself and look inside. Constantly. Nothing sucked more than having to be by yourself. And I was at that age. I was so fucking terrified. I didn't even know what to do. I asked my mom, I was like, what do I do? She goes, you'll get over it. Everything will be fine. That was my support system. If you're gonna support your child, you don't take away their music. You help them find new stuff together as a group, right? You got that one asshole child, like in World's Greatest Dad, the dude who's like choking himself out while he masturbates or whatever. Creepy, kind of weird. But the dude dies, right? That's a fucked up child. That's somebody who's got major problems. Your kid's packing some heat in his fucking backpack when he goes to school. That's a problem child. The kid that listens to your music, and by the way, my parents now, after I've grown up, I look at them and I was like, I was never cool. And they were like, we weren't cool either. I was like, why the hell didn't you make me cool? What the hell? Like, you clearly had a bad fucking situation. What the hell did you do for me? Like, come on. Parents. And I listen to my parents' music now. All of it. Why? Because it's actually good music. It took me till I was in my 30s to like most of it. But they didn't go, hey, did you ever check out Led Zeppelin? Did you ever check out Pink Floyd? No, they didn't do this. They made me find the shit on my own. I was lucky enough that my dad had sat me down at one point to go, hey, you're gonna love this one. He makes his guitar talk. Peter fucking Frampton on the freaking radio. And it blew my mind as a kid. I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. No way. How does he do it? He was telling me all about it. My mom, she had her pop hits, which I now appreciate as I've gotten older. But like as a kid, I hated that stuff. It wasn't even worth talking about or doing. Nothing. So for those of you that have kids, do not judge their music. Let them fucking explore and enjoy their time. Just like I do at 619.